Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders. As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They start the drive with Cook. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. This defense for the Commanders, it's very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on a young season.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On second down, Cook. And he's got room. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On second down, they'll run with White. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 39. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Allen looks to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. The 1st and 10 here for Hal and the Commanders at the 39-yard line. With a play fake, and now here's Hal to throw it. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Howell, another throw on second down. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Howell throwing on third down here. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That's Gregory Rousseau getting in there to bring him down. Washington going to send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded just inside the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again. Now, this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? Zoom! Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Howell completing the quick throw out wide. Touchdown! A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. Joey Sly on for the extra point. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
1st down, Howell to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ed Oliver, that time the one to get in there and bring him down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
To try again after the sack. Howell. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Now Howell. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Dalton Schultz, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
And we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Throwing now is Allen. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. A quick toss out right, and some room to maneuver. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Second down, Howell now. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Gregory Rousseau able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
4th down, Howell. He still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Gregory Rousseau able to record his 5th sack of the season. But Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need...
And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to get the football back at their own 17. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, partner. I don't understand how any time you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Now, let's make this simple. Anyone who plays...
He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Allen. Going right back to Knox, and again a completion. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Finding Knox there, complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the gun, it's Allen. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bills are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Throwing on second down. Powell. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a first down carry by Jones. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead, because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A nice gain of 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. Beginning this series with a handoff to Cook. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down. They run it again with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
You've got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Allen. Forced out to his left. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
So after the INT, it's Allen. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Jonathan Allen, the former 1st-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Allen. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the 1st down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Now throwing on 1st down here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Howell looking to throw again. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation. Touchdown! Dalton Schultz, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Allen now on 1st down. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
They defer to White out of the shotgun. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Jeffrey Simmons dropping him for the 2nd straight play. Might want to think about blocking him here on 3rd down. In his own end zone, it's Allen. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And they've got the football, and they're already knocking on the door inside the 5 at the 4-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old-school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these...
Allen hit. He lost the football.
And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. Slide for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And Diggs has it. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st down, Allen. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Firing quickly is Allen. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bills get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. CD, this is the ideal situation. The fourth quarter, you come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, Hal loses it. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
And that's caught at the 2. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, Jones. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Washington, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets.